Now shifting our focus to the biggest man-made tragedy in Morbi, the rescue operations are still continuing. It is the third day of rescue operations as distraught families still await their loved ones. Now, in a parallel development, the question on accountability behind the Morbi bridge collapse has widened, but Republic TV is on the trail of the Oreva owners who are now on the run. Republic TV has this time confronted the group's lawyers. The lawyer, of course, said that he'd really not fought the case for the Oreva owners. Here's more. All right, we're going to go across to our correspondents to begin with on the ground. Alicia is reporting from Morbi and Priyanka also joins us from Morbi now. Alicia, to you first. Alicia, give us more details in terms of the investigation in this case. Now, one of the things that the Prime Minister, when he visited yesterday, focused on was that he said that there has to be a thorough investigation. And thereafter, the report that comes out also needs to perhaps, be integrated going forward, because he was very, very clear when he visited Oreva that this is something that needs to be looked into deeply.
Well, yes, Nupur, that was a clear message that was given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi while chairing a high-level meeting with the senior police officials and the other administration, and clearly mentioning that the need of this hour is to extensive and a deeply investigation so that it can come out of what exactly the reason behind it. So, and right after that, it was something a Republic impact, because we have been continuously asking the question why the owners of the Oreva, who should be, they should be accountable for the death of 135 people, the people who have lost their life, and why they have not been named in the FIR is something a matter of question. But thereafter, we saw that where the police has already sought the maintenance structure from the company, and as well as the name of the company and the auditor of what exactly the reason and the information that has already been sought. So, of course, here is the police who has intensified their investigation when it comes to the Oreva company, because the 9 arrests that has been made is something the people who have been clerk, the ticket person, the ticket giver person, and manager of Oreva is something comes under the question over the investigation. But it was a clear message from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday when first he visited at the site. He has taken all the brief. Also, let me just show you the visuals from the incident site where I am reporting from. Here, the rescue operation is still underway. The search operation is still underway, and the information that has been given by the administration that mentioning that there is still one person who has been missing as per the request that has been given by the family to the administration. And here, as the Indian Army, Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard, as well as NDRF and the SDRF, they have been continuously with the search operation for the one missing body, and they will continue with their search operation till the time they don't find the missing body. So this is something, and we even know that the Prime Minister yesterday not only visited the incident site but also to the hospital where he met the survivor, and later went to the SP office where the high-level meeting where Prime Minister was briefed by IG, SP, DYSP over the investigation that has been conducted by the police, because it's also very important to know that since the incident where PM has to be briefed every 24 hours, but yesterday he was briefed directly, and he has also mentioned that it is the need of this hour is they should conduct a detailed and extensive investigation to follow the information and to get into the perfect aspect of what exactly the reason behind where this incident happened, where 135 people have lost their life.
Now, Priyanka, if you are also there with us. Right, Priyanka, can you detail for us the people who are still missing in this? Because, as Alicia was pointing out, we could see behind her that search operations were carrying out. But any more details that you are now being able to gather as to how many people are still unaccounted for?
Well, yes, Nupur, we have seen that the official figure stands at 135, but we are expecting that this figure is actually a lot bigger than that. And of course, we are being told that there's just one person whose mortal remains are yet to be found out from inside of the river, inside of the Machu River. In fact, that person is identified as Gurmeet Singh as well. He was somebody who is a native from Punjab. He had traveled here to Morbi for a family function, is what we've been given to understand. And that is when he had been caught on the bridge and had lost his life, along with at least 135 others who had been on the bridge with him. And more than that, there were at least 500 people who had been in and around the bridge as well. And that really is the main point of this entire investigation now, Nupur, because we have seen that the rescue operations have been carried out. The mortal remains of the people who have lost their lives in this tragedy have been also fished out of the river as well. But now we are seeing that all eyes are on the investigation that needs to be carried out by the SIT, by the Morbi police, which is also being coordinated by the Gujarat police chiefs as well. And we are looking into the matter that they have, in fact, yesterday as well in the court mentioned that the buck does not just stop with the 9 accused who have been taken into custody. It goes much higher than that. Now, we have been relentlessly reporting on this entire matter, and that is why we see that the Morbi police had been forced to mention that the top officials of Ajanta Overa, the company that had been responsible for carrying out the renovation and revamping of that bridge, needs to be brought to book as well. They need to be questioned about why there were so many lapses in this entire procedure of them carrying out this renovation. Another very important point that we got to see, Nupur, that the Morbi police had mentioned, stating that the FSL report has also stated, the FSL team in fact has stated from the prima facie observations that they had done. In fact, Republic was the first channel to be there on the bridge to report on this, that the cables had been rusted. The entire job was not really that of renovation, but a shoddy job of a renovation.
So
it was
in a
repainting
sense,
and
Priyanka, there have been lapses at every possible level, and that is what this led to this extensive tragedy. I'm going to go back on the ground to Alicia very quickly. Alicia, you've been speaking to a large number of local people. There is considerable anger amongst, the people who live there. Give us a sense of what they are saying.
Well, Nupur, it was very clear from the family members whom we spoke to, and also to the injured people who have been treated in the hospital. They clearly mentioned that all they need is justice, because the investigation where something has been lapsed, and we know that arrest that has been made is something not directly to the owners. And we have been continuously asking the question why exactly the police has been protecting the owners of the Orewa, because at this point of time where we have already reached to Orewa farmhouse and the office and the resident, but the owners are on run. So here the police is continuously intensify the investigation, because finally all eyes on and as well as the investigation, which is going to intensify even against the owners, because the management, the maintenance structure has been asked. Continuously rolling on this big story. We'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned.